And we are back here in our second map of the best of two between Mousesports and Gamers2. Of course, Gamers2 just completely blasted Mousesports on Mirage. They're 16-2. Very, very one-sided game there. And we will go on to Cobble now, which this was, in fact, Gamers2's pick. And then we'll get to start on the T side first, which is kind of the side that trends to be the favorite side. You know, typically we do see a lot of teams being able to get,
Rush
8+
B.
rounds on the T side. Yeah, rush long B is quite the play, especially if you can get off the right smokes. There's like two really key smokes you can throw on B on either side of that tree,
That
like that
rectangle,
boosted
yeah.
tree. Yeah, that this basically just gives you a clear path to travel to the statue to plant the bomb without even being spotted by players rotating from connector or playing inside Skyfall or whatever. So pretty much players, CTs have to play either the edge of that smoke and try to catch you, or play inside the shed, try to catch you from there, or they have to just play really up close on long B and counter you that way. And you can use some good nades and Molotovs and stuff like that to kind of clear out some of those close angles. And it just becomes a very powerful covered hit that terrorists can make time and time again on this long B. And even Skyfall can be very dangerous to deal with as CTs just because, it's a height advantage for the terrorist. You can only see the top of their head. They can see your whole body depending on where you're at. So it does trend very T-sided, especially on that B side of the map. And so that just kind of plays into Gamers2 possibly having another great start tonight on another map.
Yeah, it's kind of got that season appeal also. I mean, apart from the mid kind of being towards the A and the left of the left side of the map, just kind of separated from B, the rotates for the CTs are a little bit longer than the rotates for the Ts. And it can be difficult, especially when for the terrorists, they have this entire tunnel that can lead them up until like being 2 seconds away from the bomb spot before they might be spotted. So unless you have someone playing at the end of the tunnel, then the terrorists have a huge advantage in terms of stealth, where they can kind of walk all the way up to the tunnel where the smoke is and explode out, um, or work a fake or something like that. It's just really difficult for CTs because they have to play at the back of B as opposed to just inside B somewhere to stop the bomb from going down.
Right. As we do have a pause right now. I guess we're waiting for some issues with one of the mouse sports players, I guess, is not in the server yet, so I don't know what's happened there. But do remember that we also have another match taking place in about an hour, so maybe directly after this map, or this map is quick, we may have like a little bit of a break, but we do have in about an hour that NIP versus Virtus Pro match that follows this one. So definitely want to stay tuned for that. That should be a great game as those two teams go head to head in a bit. They've kind of avoided each other in some of these last few lands they've played at. I think the last time I saw them go head to head was actually at that Face It Stage 1 land. Didn't see them play against each other at this last Gfinity event or anything like that. So it'll be cool to see them play head to head again, as NIP definitely has kind of the upper hand in that head to head series. But it should still be quite better games than what we've at least seen in this first map here.
Yeah. Looks like Speedy's graphics card is overheating. Gamer problems.
Ouch. Yeah, that'll definitely do it for you.
Hmm.
As we did have Speedy still get back into the game, and he is here now. So it looks like we should be on pause pretty soon, and we should get live with this thing, and we'll just see how it goes. As I'm hoping it won't be quite the slaughter that took place this last one.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be any better, considering that this is Gamers2's pick. This is a map that maybe you just don't want to play. I think both teams will be okay on it, but at the same time, Gamers2 looking very sharp and Mousesports looking a little bit lost in a kind of general non-map bias sense.
Yeah, let's see how it goes here. Gamers2 going to go ahead on this pistol round and see them loading up lots of players down this Skyfall, and they will get down, but they're going to go connector to A rather than trying to engage this B whatsoever. So they're definitely just kind of disrupting Mousesports a bit here. Nico gets caught inside the vent room. He goes down. There's only one player. That's going to be Chris J here over towards long A. Next and company now starting to rotate through this connector themselves and trying to see if they can't bench on Gamers2. And so far, that is doing quite well for them as they just are smashing right now. Gamers2, they at least get the bomb plant, but Mousesports will completely shut them down across the way. And I mean, that was kind of a weird strat, to be honest, just rushing Skyfall, the connector to A. I mean, I just feel like that allows Mousesports such a quick rotation on you through that BA connector right there.
I've seen teams do it. I mean, Titan does it even. They usually split it, but that I think the the logic behind it is if you like want to rush B, it might be a little bit obvious, and people will typically stack 3 towards B, especially on a pistol, or even 4 because you can spot from so far away on the A site. And if you go A, the distances are so long, the USPs have this advantage. So if you try to split drop, then you might be able to get an early pick and also be in a position to stop rotators or decentivize them from trying to rotate the short way, and also allow yourself to get an early frag or an easy frag before you take a site, the A site from the side instead of from the front.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's why we pay you the big bucks to come in here and tell us why that's a good pistol round strat. And just unfortunately didn't quite work out in the post plan. The Mousesports really quick on that retake and able to shut it down. But at least the bomb plan comes in here for Gamers2, and they're going to use that to actually buy all they can this round rather than just waiting and buying in the third, which some teams will do. They will just force the Galil and AK on a couple of players and get everyone else on pistols. And you can see so far it's doing okay. They're up 4 versus 3 now as they've been able to make their way out the long B. And they will start making their way into the site to get those 2 smokes up as we discussed. Key smokes there to get in here safely, and they will go ahead and start planning here. But Next finds a gap in the smoke up close, and he's able to prevent the bomb plant. So that was big. Muzino will get boosted here by the tree, able to find one. But then Gabi right back on there at the SMG. So it is a 2v2, but the bomb is down. We'll see if Gamers2 can close this thing out.
Oh.
We do see CEVO be able to get the Tech9 kill there onto Gabi. So now it's going to come into a 1 versus 1. CEVO is going to pick up that P90. Christe does have the Galil. He will be trying to chase CEVO now up against a tree to slow walking his way up, but CEVO will find the frag. And so it is that 1-1 split. And Gamers2 gets right back in the game.
Wow, that was extremely brave of CEVO to just stand there and take that fight. I thought maybe he expected Chris to like walk the other way around it, or he just wanted, or expected Chris to assume he was going back around the other way and didn't expect him that close. But either way, it came down to like 2 HP, so very close round. But Gamers2 were able to win it off the back of a force buy, managing to actually get an AK though. So I guess it was kind of justifiably lost by Mousesports, who are actually buying it again with an op this time. Hopefully give them some kind of an advantage. Early pick out for Nico though.
Right, yeah, so there's a lot of force buying going on these rounds. Well, not really a force buy for Gamers2 that last round. You had that option with the bomb plant, but it's just more common to see teams will wait for the third round, get full AKs across the board or something. But
yeah,
the mixed buy did work for them. And now it's Mousesports going on the pretty much complete force, just really relying on this op from Chris J, I guess, and some of these pistols are trying to do some work. But Chris J gets immediately taken down by Mihu, and that was a big frag because that was their biggest investment to try to capture this round. And it's gone right off the bat. And it seems like Gamers2 will just be relentless here on this push. Mihu finds some more frags. That's a quad kill on the round, and he pretty much single-handedly thwarted anything Mousesports had planned. And man, Gamers2 up 2-1, and the economy of Mousesports is in a bad way right now. They're definitely taking the save here.
They flashed Chris J, so he missed his first shot. Chris J went and peeked Mihu after he took his first shot, and since Mihu knew where he was, just took his head off. And in that round, we only saw P250s get kills. The op was completely neutralized, and every other player on the map got destroyed. And Mihu was a huge part of that, getting 4 kills, all 4 of his kills on that round.
Yeah,
his HSP is through the roof.
Yeah, those were some big frags there, especially taking down Chris J, who had that op at statue. That was kind of the key element that Mousesports had to play with to try to shut that thing down. It just didn't work, and now Mousesports, like we said, on a full save. They have no money invested in this round whatsoever. Just USBs here. CEVO able to get into this vent room, just line up 3 Tech9 frags right there as Gamers2 looking to get to this A bomb site. We did see a lot of damage being dealt with that USB, but so far no frags up until that one right there from Chris J. He will find one, but that'll be the only prize Mousesports takes for this round as Gamers2 will jump up now to the 3-1 lead. Money's still not the best for Mousesports, but well enough to get in a full M4 buy. But, you know, they lose this round, and they'll be likely saving again. So this is a really, really big round here for Mousesports.
Yeah, 100% is. And after a very convincing pistol round, have also had a pretty close force buy. It came down to Gamers2 hitting unbelievably nice shots, especially Mihu. And that's the reason that Gamers2 have a lead right now. Mousesports, though, in this round, have to prove that they're still in this game because even though they should have they should have won a couple of those rounds that were really close, they didn't. And as the as the score gets more and more lopsided, it really won't matter that they've come close to winning some of those rounds. They need to actually put rounds on the board. Speedy gonna be jumping up in the box here. I think he might be able to see me. No. Oh, actually does think Sparrow there, I think. Someone along me was spotted, but no bomb.
Right. And so now Mousesports here just trying to see if they can't get around. They do get the opening pick. Gotta be able to find Innocent over there at the Skyfall, as it looks like Gamers2 once again looking to try to run some type of B split here. They do eventually get into that Skyfall room, and they still have that bomb waiting outside long B, so they still seem to be looking for this as an option, but Speedy is going to catch Mihu there. And so now it's an instant 3 versus 5 in favor of Mousesports, and Mazzino also gets caught by next playing the Shed. So this time around, Mousesports able to shut down this B attack so far, as it was very Skyfall heavy, and they just couldn't do anything with it. Not that standard long B you're used to seeing, and no smokes or anything for Mousesports to worry about having to avoid. Really no nades at all from Gamers2 on that. They had no flash on the side or anything. They just kind of naked went in and got completely busted.
Yeah, Mousesports were like especially low. Were you saying Gamers2 were low on, or didn't use nades, or Mousesports were low on nades? Because I was just gonna say like Mousesports being low on nades, it probably would have been a good opportunity. Like if they just had rushed out long B in that situation, they could have probably got out pretty easily. But decided to go for a split. They did get control of the area, but Mousesports holding all the right angles were able to find the frags right away. And here we are with a fast out long B split.
Yeah, this time a much faster and a full commitment to really long B. No one really left behind from Skyfall, but once again, the smoke placement not really the best here for Gamers2. There's just so much that Mousesports is going to be able to peek through, and they're just going to be finding all the frags so far. Finally getting some smoke downs late in the round, but the damage has already been dealt here. Kind of a little bit too late for that. And Mousesports will take the round now, tying the game up 3-all, and that was just kind of a careless long B push there from Gamers2. They just didn't really have any smokes placed properly. They had some flashes, but it just wasn't enough to get out.
Yeah, no, I mean, they rushed out. They just didn't actually jump into the site, right? They just like stayed up on the platform. And if they had just closed the distance, gotten the site, and dropped their smokes as soon as possible, kept their guns out even, try to kill a player and smoke just when the rotators were coming, they probably would have had a better time. But instead, kind of rushed all the way up until the point where they were at the platform, and then it just became a shooting gallery for Mousesports, who again are picking all the right spots to hold the site from.
Right. As now it's going to be a save for Gamers2 here, just on a couple of Tech 9s, a couple of 250s, no nades at all. So they pretty much just have to straight up rush something and hope for the best, and they will be trying to rush themselves up here from mid to A. Once again, kind of the pistol round strat they ran in the first round is what they're looking to do here in this round, and they haven't been able to get the A count to Sphero, but Chris J with the USP and then Nico coming around will shut that thing down, and so it will be Mousesports taking the lead for the first time.
Yeah.
After winning, yeah, actually this is the first time period that they've taken the lead.
Yeah,
since
Pistol.
Yeah, since Pistol.
It's something like they have
on this series. Actually, I don't think they had any leads on Mirage.
Right. Definitely. And they they lost both pistols last map as well. Now they have like a booming economy. They've got a round lead. They look really good in the last couple of rifle rounds. I mean, they just have to keep it up. Basically, everything they're doing is working.
Right, as we do see Gamers2 gearing up outside A this time around. A lot of players kind of playing over here towards that long A, so that seems to be the point of contention they're looking for here. As there are going to be 2 players playing A, that's going to be Chris J and Nico. And we'll see, as they will be tested here quite soon. As Gamers2 just, has control of this mid room. They're looking at long A. Speedy is going to be peeking long B. He's not going to be seeing anything, and this may alert him to the fact that this is going on. You already see a third player, Gob B, rotating into this A bomb site, so it seems like Mousesports have a pretty good read on what's going on.
Yeah, they might be expecting this. I mean, B has just been shut down. I wonder how well this angle is going to work from Chris J. I feel like he needs attention being pulled off away from him. And yeah, I think that's what Gob is going to do. But the smokes are coming down on the site. That's going to make it difficult. Kind of leaves him stranded, but he still gets 2 frags. Almost gets the 3rd.
Yeah, Nico there for cleanup duties, and now Gamers2 just stuck in a 2 versus 4. They're trying to send their last 2 players up the mid slope, but they will get the pick on the Nico. There is still one more CT inside the site, though, and he's going to have a great opportunity here to maybe shut this down. It's going to be Gabi and Nex, and Speedy have already rotated. Innocent trying to flank around, but will get caught by Speedy's op, so it's now all up to Manice, who's going to be working his way with the bomb into the site here, but there's one player right in the back, and that's going to be Gabi. you know, playing those barrels back there, and he will shut it down. So 5-3 here for Mousesports as they now start extending that lead a little bit here. And Gamers2 starting to falter a bit on this T-side cobble.
Yeah. See how powerful that silencer is? It's crazy. Like this is a professional player sitting at home with his $1 million headphones, and he still can't tell exactly
$1 million headphones. Holy shit.
He still can't tell exactly where those shots are coming from, and I couldn't even tell. I honestly had no idea where he was with
He might be
X-ray
playing with
footage
just some
behind
like earbuds or something, man. You don't know.
$1 million in-ears.
$1 million in-ears.
Yeah, I got some really nice in-ears.
I'm just trying to picture what $1 million headphones would have to be $1 million.
It had to be gold-plated.
It'd have to be like diamonds this everywhere. But this is kind of an eco mop-up round there for Mousesports, as they will now go up 6-3. But Gamers2 will have another opportunity here in this next round. They do have guns across the board, full nade sets. They do see 4 people with Molotovs this round, so curious to see what they're going to do with those. You can use those to clear out Skyfall for sure. They have some other uses as well on this map, so I'm curious to see what Gamers2 is going to gear those towards.
I wonder what they'll be able to do. Mousesports all of a sudden just looking way better. Maybe if they started on the CT side, if they had a chance to play CT side Mirage, they might have just had a better half in general. I guess we could still fear for their T side in the sense that that's where they looked a little bit more uncoordinated, but so far this half are starting to take a lot of control. And maybe just have to play on the map. But Gamers2 also picked the map, so must be happy to play T side. As a lot of the expected this half.
Gabi didn't notice that Sphero actually made it down Skyfall, was focusing on Mazzino, and Sphero able to get the kill there, but still Mousesports recovering quite well. We do have Nex inside the site here, already with 1 frag, looking for more, but will get caught by Speedy's op, and Gamers2 in a 2 versus 3, but so far Chris J and Speedy shutting this thing down. In fact, everyone's gotten a frag here so far except for Nico in this round, so a pretty brilliant team effort. Speedy gonna miss that opening op shot, so now it's gonna be all up to Innocent. And they 1 versus 3, able to pick up 1, but Chris J able to trade, and so it is now Mousesports up 7-3. So on a map where we typically see a lot of T rounds, Gamers2 has unfortunately not been able to find a whole lot here.
Yeah.
Other than, you know, winning that second round, like kind of forced by and you know, the economic repercussions because of that against Mousesports. I mean, it's been Mousesports winning all pretty much the equal gun rounds.
The one time that they were able to get into B, like successfully on the rush, was when Mihu was able to get those instant headshots on people peeking him from those angles. But since they aren't able to do that, they really like challenging from far back, like up on the platform. And when that's not working for them, like right now it's not working for them, they don't have another way to get into the site. And I think they need kind of like a plan B, or just to simply jump in the site, sacrifice a player jumping in, and rush and trade out so they can at least get the bomb down, because without getting the bomb down, that's also making it so they're only going to be able to play a certain number of rifle rounds when they could have many more opportunities, because on the CT side you lose a round and you're saving. On the T side you can constantly buy off a lose bonus as long as you get a bomb plant.
We do see Manice just trying to play the mid-room by himself there. He gets completely caught for free. No one there to trade. Nothing to happen off of that. Just kind of a free frag for Mousesports. If we are going to see once again this long B attack out of Skyfall, just trying to run this B split. This time they are getting the favorable frags. In fact, they get just a clean sweep through the B bomb site. Some good smokes here, some good presses with some good flashes, and you know, Gamers2 looks like they're going to shut this thing down this time around.
We do have a successful B take. Trying to split Skyfall, sticking to their guns. I mean, it wasn't anything really different that I noticed on this round than others, except, I mean, like again, they were able to get Skyfall control, which they're able to do on other rounds that they still lost. But this time, we're able to find the frags in the site. Maybe that's Mousesports playing spots that they were used to seeing them in, so those angles became a little bit more familiar, or they're just becoming more adept to the way Mousesports are playing the map. And I think we'll see this round, if they decide to go towards B again, if that's the case, if Gamers2 are able to figure out wwhere they're standing. Because aim-wise, these guys go pound for pound.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're right. Like, I mean, they haven't really done much different on how they're executing B. It's just this time they were able to get the more favorable frags rather than getting caught out. But this time, Chris J, they go on a solo mission mid, he will find the entry frag there on the Sphero, or the opening frag, rather, not really an entry. And we'll see how Gamers2 wants to recover here as they're instantly down to a 4 versus 5. And right now they're just kind of, still kind of gearing up towards Long B and Skyfall, even though it's, just looking to see if there's going to be any mid aggression. Just kind of watching for pushes on that side. You do have Nex and Gob B displaying, near the Skyfall room. As we do see Gamers2 pushing a couple players out towards Long B. Some mollies try to clear out some of those angles that, some players will play towards the statue. Some counter nades coming in here, though, from Nex, and Gabi will find himself a frag in the process, and so it's once again looking pretty good for Mousesports, but there is Maniz catching Speedy peeking, and then Mihu going to come out, find a frag, evens it back up to a post-plant 3 versus 3.
Nex is in the most dangerous spot here. Actually finds two people and almost a third, but now the bomb is down. Oh, and instantly taking out by the flank.
Yeah, that was a weird kind of boost that Gamers2 was trying to do in that back corner, which is what got them caught by Nex, actually, because they were setting up for that. And I guess that boost allows you to kind of peek over, like, the tree into that connector door, as well as kind of keep your eye on Skyfall Room. I guess that's what they were going for. And another big factor there is, like, you hardly ever expect people to flank you through Long B. Most people are going to be rotating through, like, the connector door or Skyfall Room. And so for someone to flank you around Long B, I think they just kind of caught him completely off guard. Nico there. Yeah, either way, it puts Gamers2 now into, a force buy situation. Just AKs on 3 players, Tech 9s on everyone else.
Which could work. And this time it's going to be, oof, they're going to try to execute off this right now. Contact is made and they're pushing into the site. Will they trade Speedy? They do instantly. There's still 3 players that they have to deal with in the site. Oh, Nex whips his spray on Sparrow and Sparrow takes advantage of him. Gob B now left alone at connector. Actually, Chris J to follow. And Nico once again on that long B flank, but will they be more aware of it? Actually, Mihu, who would watch it, is down. They could create a good concave on these players in the afterblind positions they have.
Yeah, Maniz able to catch Chris Day coming through the connector, so now just a 2 versus 3 retake here from Mousesports, as we do see them both get taken down quite rapidly. Before we can really even comment too much on it, they were down, and so Gamers2, they did suffer that early pick from Speedy, that's a really dangerous spot to play when you can just kind of peek over that smoke from on top of the box and grab yourself a free frag. Most times you want to try to immediately get out of there, because the follow-up is just to rush that guy, which is what Gamers2 did, and they were able to quickly trade Speedy out because of that, and then, get some nice picks into the site and close out the round. And it is 8-5, and I mean, it's Mousesports still doing okay. I mean, like I said, the fact that they've held Gamers2 to single-digit rounds is actually pretty good on a map like this, especially if they can, win out. They would still be in a great point, but it's Chris J. will find Maniz there, and that'll be a step in the right direction to do that.
Yeah, I think they've definitely met their quota for their half, for sure. I feel like they're happy right now. Obviously, any round they lose right now, they're going to feel like it's kind of a failure in the sense that they were doing so well, so why would they doing so well towards the end of the half? But ultimately are in a good position to also continually win.
Right.
But
I guess the only real issue could be is if we run into that same problem they had on T-Side Mirage, where they were having trouble communicating with Nico and the executions they wanted to do, and so they could still wind up having a really rough T-Side here on Cobble if they can't, communicate that properly.
Sparrow's got a smoke to lurk right here, constantly eating flashes as they keep chaining them out towards him, but it's going to make his way around the box. The split is made, a pick is out, and that's going to alert the CTs who are on a big flank down. Nico in a great position to get a couple of frags. He's going to look for 1, does damage to 2. Finishes off a single person, and Malzino also goes down. And there we go, looking at it, almost a 10-5 half here, as Gamers2 are unable to play it once again.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Mousesports have put up a pretty solid CT side for a map like Cobble, where, like I said, the trend has been a little bit more T-favored, it seems like. So, at least in most of the professional games I've watched, it's kind of leaning that way. But, Mousesports, up to 9 rounds, a great chance for 10. It's because Gamers2 is on kind of a tight buy here with just, 2 AKs, 1 Galil, a couple of Tech 9s, and Messino getting knifed by a teammate there. So already some free damage here in favor of Mousesports, basically. And, I'm just kind of curious to see if they could put together a decent T side, because on Mirage they had nothing. They had 0 to work with, basically. So I know that there was a mention of some communication issues maybe with Nico and stuff, but...
Oh, the bomb!
Yeah, that's a really unfavorable bounce of that bomb, for sure.
He saw an opportunity to kill Gob, who tried to jump out after taking some early damage, and will instantly get punished for it. That's almost a round right there, as they go and try to chase the bomb. Innocent left in a 1-on-3. has no chance to do it. Sparrow definitely going, oh, sorry about that. He had a good opportunity to kill Gob. Like Gob was like falling out. And I thought they pushed Gob out of drop. Drop wasn't held at all, and Gob took a lot of early damage. This is probably gonna be a round where Gamers2 find an entry and make it really easy to take the site. But then Sparrow tried to chase him all the way out, and I don't think he would have done that if he knew he had the bomb, or I don't know. It's kind of like a I gotta get this kill right now kind of like opportunity.
Right. And it's definitely understandable why someone would feel that way. But yeah, the risk you take whenever you try to do that when you have the bomb on your back is if you do somehow lose that battle, you give up the bomb in a really unfavorable position for the rest of your team. And that's what it kind of boiled down to there in the end. As Mousesports actually come out with a pretty brilliant CT set on Cobble, 10 rounds, quite well played, especially on defending against some of those long B attacks, which we know can be very dangerous in most play that we see. So they held that off quite well in many occasions.
Yeah.
And now it's just going to be up to whether or not Mousesports have anything to show on T side. Like we said on Mirage, they look completely lost most of the game. I feel like the fact that they couldn't figure out any type of proper A executions makes me fear whether or not they actually have any proper long B execution set up for this map. It's kind of comparable, right? Because that's like this map is going to be really heavy long B, whereas Mirage is really heavy set A strats, and they didn't have anything on A Mirage. So did they have anything long B Cobble? You know, we'll have to see.
They could just go like literally rush it though, and hopefully get entries. Like they did that at B on Mirage, and were able to get around. So it's a little bit easier, I guess. And I feel like even on Mirage, they knew smoke, so they could have done it. It just wasn't called for some reason.
Right.
Like Nico could pick up any of those smokes. I guarantee you he knows all of them.
Yeah, it's just about communicating it effectively. But it seems like Mousesports is going to be favoring the A side here for at least this pistol round. If they can win pistol, that would be, you know, a huge, huge move for them. If they can avoid ecos as well, get to that 13-5, that would be really great for them, especially after losing that first map so poorly. This would be a great recovery for them to at least tie this series instead of taking the loss. As when it comes to the standings and all that. But here comes Mousesports setting up for that A execution here. They got a couple of guys who will be coming up the mid slope and everyone else coming out of long A. So there's a 2-3 split here. Nico will lead the charge with the entry onto Manise. Innocent playing the AB connector here at the door, trying to fire some shots with this USB. He will find the headshot in the Gob B, but Nex able to get the entry into the site, and the bomb will go down. We have a 4 versus 3 for Mousesports in the post plant. And Mihu able to pick up one as his retake is coming in here. Even exchanges so far as it remains now a 2-on-2, but now Innocent left alone. As he will be playing over towards this balcony. He will try to hop down here and attack into Nex at the truck, but he'll find the barrel of the Tech 9 instead. And he will go out, and there is Mousesports winning the pistol in a pretty big fashion there at the A-bomb site.
So splitting pistols here as it seems like actually in the first half, Mousesports did win a pistol. They won both pistols, but in the first half got ecoed and lost 2 more rounds to follow. This time, you're going to have a pistol, and we'll have to go up against the same resistance. Gamers2 spending money on this round to try and win it. Innocent, though, saving a little bit, as well as me, who maybe want to consider the option for an up if they're unable to win the round, which is pretty prudent of them.
You see Sphero getting aggressive here with that 5-7 at the long A, and he will find the opening frag there, and so that could be the kickstart of an upset if, in fact, Gamers2 somehow close this round down. But you see Mihu getting aggressive here at the long B. Chris J will be there to kick him off with the ump, and we do see Mousesports recovering back into a favorable position in a 4-on-3 now. That bomb's still sitting at mid, so, you know, Mousesports just waiting for more pushes, understandably so, after what they've been faced with so far this round.
And over towards B, the site is pretty much wide open there, hoping that it's going to be some sort of A-take. Amali has heard from Malzino. No movements will be made. Sometimes you just want to not fall for a fake, especially on an eco, and just risk the gamble. Though Gob is kind of stranded out in the open here, and Sparrow could find a pick, and actually does find an AK. It's kind of weird that he was out there by himself, searching for kills on saving players when he has so much more value to save than they do.
Yeah, absolutely. And this bomb does get planted at B and out. I mean, obviously, G2 just going to save these guns and save the armor that they have. I mean, Sphero saving an AK and head armor, and it's able to find a Galil. He's going to pass that to Mazzino, who has small armor. So they're actually going to have the ability to still pose a pretty serious threat in the next round if they hold on to these 2 guns, which they will. I mean, Mousesports isn't really giving much chase, which they shouldn't. They can't afford to lose any more guns.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
figure So I figured maybe Gob was just trying to protect those guns. I guess there's two players, or him, or one player. I mean, he could have hid that gun and just ran, or maybe he thought he was getting flanked or something like that. Could be a bunch of reasons, but yeah, it's a big save for Gamers2 to save a Galil and an AK. That's huge right now. They don't have to spend money. They've got armor on those two players. They can just kind of follow them around and have a really good chance to win the round.
Yeah, especially if they surround those two players so they can recycle those guns and they just play something like a bit more aggressive or something, they can definitely, catch Mousesports in an unfavorable position at that point, as we do see Mousesports kind of just gearing up outside B, outside the Skyfall, and outside long as so far. Actually, one of those players with the gun that is going to be Mazzino is actually boosted at the tree with that Galil. So he might catch someone from a crazy angle or something like that. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's a really good spot because the smokes come down on like either side of you, but never on top of you. So it can be nice to just sit there and you can just fall off. Yeah, they've got a great setup, I think, Gamers2 for this round, even though they are saving here in terms of where Mousesports are posturing themselves. But I think want to sell a fake somewhat at long B, and we'll have someone with that early information. That's Manice, who will be going up against a Flash, full pop Flash.
Yeah, they're able to clear out Manice over here and long A, but it is still Sphero with that AK, and Innocent and Mazzino have already made their rotation, but that bomb's still sitting over towards long B, and now the B bomb side is only solo guarded here by Mihu, so this may have actually been a really good fake coming out of Mousesports, as two of them are still rushing into the A site. Sphero going to be able to catch one of them here, but Gabi grabs another kill, and so Mihu is still just left all alone here at the B side of the map, and he will go down quite quickly, and that bomb will get planted. Meanwhile, Gabi cleaning up frags on the opposite end over here at A, and Mousesports may have just done it here. It looks like they will.
Yeah.
Be able to dodge that big bullet of those that AK and Galil that G2 saved. Not going to be able to stop Mousesports from taking this round.
Yeah, that was an excellent round from.
And we are back, folks, as we will be starting off the match here and now. As we were able to get the medic in. It looks like we are actually going to start from 12-5 instead of 13-5. I guess that round had not technically finished when it crashed. So it goes back to the last fully played round before the crash, which is this one, with Mousesports up 12-5.
Yeah, it might have already counted.
Oh, unless they're like manually doing it to where, yeah, they're just manually allowing it to happen.
Okay.
Like they're just kind of manually going through all the kills that happened last round. And then I guess they're going to let... So they just kind of manually made it 13-5.
Damn, Mousesports destroyed them that round. They look like...
I mean, what was Gamers2 even freaking thinking there? I mean, they just like went to mid, sat still, did absolutely nothing. Like, why don't you break that down for us, Launders?
Innocent already almost naded himself. Got no money in the round. I don't know. They're just... This is a definite situation, I feel like. I
feel like there was definitely some throwing. It felt like bots came in here and kind of took over some of the Gamers2 players that round. I think it's too late, man. Like, we could have made the joke, but now it's too late because we explained what happened. Like, my fault, dude. I took your thunder, man. If I would have kept my mouth shut, you could have sold that hard for a little while.
Yeah, it probably would have been for the worst, though. People would have been like, what was happening?
My skins, no. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, we are going to resume now from 13-5, and this is a actual legit round at this point now, as we are going to wait and see how the rest of this round plays out. Mousesports has the bomb. They're bringing it over here towards B. We do see Mihu trying to play a little bit aggressive here on the edge of this smoke, and he definitely has an opportunity to maybe do something here. Going to throw a little bit of a pop flash. Going to start falling back, though. He is kind of running out of smoke, but he will once again just kind of peek again with this flash. But Nico coming out of the Skyfall will be able to get the first blood here into the site, and they will also take down Mazzino as well. So it's now a 2-on-2. The bomb has a great chance to plant here, but Manice shutting it down with the M4. Chris J trades right back, but still a very tense 1-versus-1, where Chris J is definitely not favored at this point.
No, not at all. If he can get the drop on him. Oh, no, he runs. Sparrow walks around the corner. Wins another 1v1, I think, versus Chris J in a similar fashion. There with just a little bit more health, so Gamers2 managed to hold the B site. Mousesports, though, we're hanging on to umps, I think, going up against saving players, and that means that they're going to be able to buy up no problem here, whereas Gamers2, even though they won the round, have 3 Pharmacists to their name. are extremely low and are still within one of saving. And if that's the case, Mousesports are technically within one of match point.
Yeah, so this is kind of a tough buy here for Gamers. Even though they won the round, they're still on 3 FAMASas, so not a lot to work with. Meanwhile, Mousesports fully geared out. And Nico just finds a sick entry on the Sphero over there at the long A. That was just insane. Like, Sphero didn't even react, it seemed like, or maybe Nico was just that fast. Not really sure, but either way, a big entry there. But it's still looking like they want to bring this bomb at least towards Skyfall. They may fall back, though, and come A if they can find another pick at the A-bomb site. Between Nico and God B.
Yeah, they will have to consider their options here. Gamers2 once again down a man. Really, really need this round. I mean, more than any other round and a half.
Nico finds another entry over onto the A-bomb, so this time taking down Mihu. So a couple of people peeking individually. They're both getting caught by Nico, who wins both 1v1 battles. And now, I mean, this is just causing a lot of disruption. And as you can see, because this is happening, Mousesports has a great opportunity to slip this bomb still into B. There's only one player there. It's going to be Mazzino, who is going to be playing over here towards the connector door, where he will catch Speedy coming out of the Skyfall room. But Next will be right there to trade it back. And so the bomb will make its way out into this B bomb site now. 3 versus 2 in favor of Mousesports, as they're looking to close out this map and at least get a tie this series. And it seems like Gamers2 just, forfeiting the round. They're trying to save, but Innocent gets caught by God B, so that FAMAS will not be saved. And it's just going to be Manish trying to hold on to this M4. We'll see if he can sniff out God B at mid.
That's really, really awkward because they were going to make the really tough decision to save 2 guns for a chance at buying next round, because they know that they're going to have to save otherwise. So because they were unable to save, oh no, what Gob is going to actually probably back up into him, or no, actually push right by.
Yeah, so Manish should be able to save this M4 at least.
They made that really, really hard decision, like in the sense that they could have gone for the retake. The bomb hadn't even gone down. It would have been a 2v3. It would have been tough, but they could have done it. Manisa's full nades, all these factors, but instead decided to save and then immediately get punished by a lurker and are only able to save 1 gun. So that takes away from their next round so much more than if they were able to save 2. And the player is missing now.
Yeah, Nico dropped for some reason after he got those 2 big entries.
Nico was
wrong team. I'm don't even just ignore me, please. Just ignore me, please.
Shotgun buys, a Nova and a swag.
Yep, so just waiting on Gamers2 to get one of their players in here, and then we will hopefully continue this, but this is shaping up to be one of those series where it just becomes like 2 really one-sided maps. The first map obviously heavily in favor of Gamers2 on Mirage, as we saw them just kind of storm through with 13 rounds on the CT side and then quickly close it out in the second half, 16-2. And then in this game, Mousesports were able to put up a pretty respectable CT side. They got 10 rounds on CT side on a map that typically does favor terrorists, and so that was really big for them. And since then, they were able to come into this second half, take the pistol, go up to 3-0 in the second half to get to that 13-5 lead, and they've exchanged rounds since then. But still, Mousesports in a pretty good position to close this thing out. They're definitely going to have a great chance to get to map point at the very least, just based off the economy of Gamers2. And in all honesty, they're not going to have anything to buy next round either, man. So this could just be like a clean 16-6 for Mousesports, as Gamers2 doesn't really have the bank to contend this round or next round, really.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, this extra gun would have been so huge for this round because they're already so light. And now Innocent, I mean, he has 5.7 armor, no nades. Mousesports should see this well in advance. With even the slightest amount of awareness that this is going to be a complete force buy here from Gamers2, who opted to save with 2 players alive. They weren't even catching them going to go for the kill, so they know the economy is really bad for Gamers2. And I think in this situation, going B is probably the worst place to go, considering the amount of close angles that Gamers2 are going to try to take advantage of.
Right. That's definitely true, but it's also, you got to worry about those tight choke points over at A as well. Like, long A is a pretty tight choke point. Going through that mid door in the mid room can be very dangerous against guns like this. So it's kind of like either way you go, you might run into problems like that. But Mousesports just has elect to go ahead and go into B. But, Nico clearing out A by himself right now. He's going to realize A is completely open here pretty soon. But unfortunately, it's a bit too late because Mousesports is already pretty much heavily committed to executing on this B side of the map. Mihu making a pay for it with that Nova. 2 kills. Mazzino with the max 7, able to come up with 2 as well. And Nico just sitting here kind of left all alone after he cleared A by himself. I would just wish, I mean, think about it. They would have just waited a few more seconds to execute B. Nico could have alerted them to the fact that A was completely open, and they could have fallen back. But now, you know, Nico is forced to make a crazy play by himself, and so far he's at least gotten one kill. But now, oh, he gets another. Could he clutch this? That would be insane. But no, not enough HP to get Mazzino, and he goes down there. And so it's going to be 14-7 Mousesports. But yeah, they just would have waited a little bit longer. Nico could have gave them the information they needed to get out of that stack.
Yeah, it's truly unfortunate. Gamers came through with the shotguns and blasted 4 players instantly. It was pretty insane. 2 kills with a Nova. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, those 2 Nova kills, and then you saw Mazzino with the 2 Mag 7 frags. And now all of a sudden, Mousesports has to save, and Gamers2 able to start, you know, piecing back together their economy, and now all of a sudden they start posing a threat again. As Manice will get the opening pick there on to next. Nico will be once again trying to go long A. He's going to get smoked off this time around, but still, they're able through the smoke to get some good damage down there onto Manice, but they're not going to be able to capitalize on it just yet. We'll see if they can later, as they don't have much to work with, you know, just some Tech 9s. They do have a couple of smokes, but not really a whole lot to execute with, but it doesn't matter. Speedy coming up danger. We'll find the kill on Sphere. He might actually be able to get the flank onto Manice as well, who's hiding at the edge of the smoke, and they actually jump on top of him in the process, but they do get that kill, and now they're coming into A with that bomb, and it's just that flank from Innocent that's going to maybe be able to stop him to get this plan in.
I think Speedy really wants to start here, but has the bomb.
Gabi
an entry with the flank is already out. Innocent's going to be able to get a kill for free.
Might get more for free too. In fact, he gets a second, and that prevents the bomb plan from happening. So Innocent, maybe the single-handed save here for this round here.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, Innocent really saved the day there because they actually got the kill on the other rotator, which was Mazzino at the balcony, and so that pretty much opened up the site completely for Gamers2 to, or excuse me, for Mousesports to maybe you can just go ahead and close out that round. But you know, Innocent did have that really big flank, and that pretty much, like I said, saved the day for Gamers2. And now it is 14-8. Mousesports able to get a full buy again here, though, and now we have equal gun rounds coming out.
Yep.
Both teams with really bad economies too now, so this round could be worth 2 for either team actually.
Yeah, it could definitely. Gamers2 always living on the edge as long as those rounds are close, and Mels know that, so we'll continually force buy, I assume, as long as they're able to kill enough people. And Gamers2 should always be on edge because no round's going to be easy on this map going up against a terrorist team that knows what they're doing. But the biggest thing Mousesports have in their advantage is their lead. Gamers2 need to start winning rounds convincingly if they want to have a chance to take this 2-0. Mihu does open up the round with an early pick. Innocent gets one for himself as well, and Mousesports are down to 3 players.
Yeah, I mean, so Gamers2, you know, like you said, you called from they need to win around convincingly because their economy is kind of in shambles. So each time they have to do these rebuys, their economy is always just like on tilt, and that means Mousesports, if they can win one, the follow-up victory is going to be quite easy. As it is 14-8 here. Gamers2 did drop one player, Mihu and Innocent, down to low HP, but so is Nico on the other side, and that bomb is shifting back towards B here. This will be Mazzino and Mihu to try to hold this thing off.
Well, this could be a good situation. They don't have anyone at long B that they have to deal with. Mihu in the site is very hurt. Mazzino's in a good spot to get a kill. Does actually get 2, and he's going to drop off into the site. Nico again left in a 1-on-3. Has to deal with the flank and cannot do it. Goes down. 14-9. They did keep 3 players alive. There's going to be a couple of rebuys. For the most part, I don't think there's going to be any promises, so this is kind of a different situation.
Yeah, now they have an ability to really even further build that economy because it's going to be Mousesports on the save here with just the Tech 9. So this is a great opportunity for them to try to play a bit of a flawless round, prevent themselves from having to worry about any rebuys, and just kind of go from there to kind of stack up their economy. That way, in case they do slip another round, they're not, you know, immediately forced to like play the last round with no equipment value. As we are going to see Mousesports just trying to get really aggressive on this long A and inside the mid room, and so far they're able to at least get out of long A, and they're going to exchange a little bit here. Nico will find one frag. They're going to start working their way into A now because of this, but Gamers2 will at least keep it even here at a 2-on-2, but that bomb definitely getting planted, but Speedy is going to be a really difficult 1v2, not going to be able to do it. Manice able to eventually get the hat trick round there to close it out, and so it will be Now 14-10 for Gamers2, but that bomb plant does help out Mousesports' economy for sure, as they will get a full buy in this next round.
Yeah, and I mean they are doing significant economic damage over the course of every single round, saving or not. Here we're gonna have again a few rebuys out. Mihu is gonna be slowly building up some sort of bank, and it still matters as long as Gamers2 are still in this match. If we look at some of these rounds, we see that Mousesports actually only have one rifle round to their name. I mean, they only have a pistol, two anti-ecos, and a rifle, whereas Gamers2 have 3 or 4.
That was a big opening op entry there from Sphero, man. And so he quickly takes down Gabi, and so, you know, everyone's kind of waiting outside on this mid slope, and they do have the bomb over there. Meanwhile, Speedy trying to throw some nades over here at Skyfall. We'll take a peek, and actually gets the kill on the Innocent, so at least he gets it back to a 4-on-4. And he does start causing some personnel to start shifting into this B bomb site very deep. So Mizzino and Manise working from positions where they had quick rotations to A, now really deep into that B bomb site, which opens up a 3 versus 2 take on A, where the rotation is going to be quite slow from Mizzino and Manise, so this could actually work out. Speedy getting another kill, and the Manise through the smoke. That causes Mizzino to move even deeper into B, and now Mihu's falling off of A as well. And so Speedy single-handedly causing lots of movement from Gamers2, which becomes quite favorable for Mousesports' execution on A.
Yeah, Sparrow trying to be very mobile with the stop is kind of playing it dangerously because he needs that information. And we'll be opping the other side of the stable here. Oh, peeks off just at the wrong moment. And Christie will punish him as he jumps up onto the roof, and now the A site is open. 2v3 retake for Gamers2.
Yeah, this is looking like Mousesports might finally put this thing on map pointless. Mizzino has the clutch of his life here, 1 versus 3, but look at him. He's all the way still at long B. He'll just hold on to this and save. And that's it. Mousesports going to push this to map point in a situation where Gamers2 will only have a one loss round bonus coming in at $1,400. And so as you can see, unless Mizzino definitely holds on to this M4, the only person with any money next round is really going to be Mihu. And so they're not going to have a full buy next round whatsoever. So I mean, there's a great chance for Mousesports to close this out 16-10 now, just based off of, you know, the economy Gamers2 has now.
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely true. I mean, just they're gonna have some sort of. They're actually going to get very little money on this loss bonus.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just the 1,400. So they, I mean, like I said, they have virtually nothing to work with except for Mihu's bank and the 1 in 4 they saved. I would just say that that round was just really, really big by Speedy. I mean, he had a tough map last map for sure. I think he was like 0-15 after the first half of that game, and he definitely had a tough one. But that was a big round for him right there to get those kills and force all those rotations and give his team a really easy execution to work with.
Yeah, he's usually been really, really good, and does perform a lot of the lurks for the team, and it just seemed a little bit off on Mirage for sure. Now having a much better map.
Yeah,
when it matters that there he is, another entry.
But that bomb's actually going long. Hey, this is going to be a fake, but there's 2 guys playing long A here for Gamers2, and there's a TK from Gabi on the Nico. So, oh my goodness, Gamers2 in a tough spot, but they still just get all these kills over on the B side. So I guess it just doesn't even matter that that mishap kind of happened over at long A. And it seems like Mousesports is about to just close it in 10 in favor of Mouse. So after having a really horribly rough Mirage, they are able to come out here on Cobble. Really good CT side with 10 rounds, and they close it out on the terrace. So we can look at the scoreboard there on the screen. You can see Speedy had a much better game this time around, especially in those last couple of rounds. He was really big with some of those kills over on the B side of the map. And then even Gabi, the in-game leader there, dropping 25 and top fragging. I mean, it was a pretty tight frag distribution outside of that, though. Everyone, you know, definitely doing a good job there from Mouse. Gamers2. I mean, really, the frags weren't that different between the 2 teams. In all honesty, it wasn't really like that. It was more like, I guess, just positionally based, and it came down to a lot of close round situations that, you know, Mouse was just able to get a little bit of an upper hand on.
Yeah, absolutely.
As now we're just gonna take a quick 5-minute break or so, but when we come back, we are going to get into the vetoes between Nip and VP. Then we'll give you that best of 2, and that will be a great game for sure. So you'll definitely want to stick around, as we will have that big game coming up for you in just a few moments. So please stick around and come back to catch that Nip versus VP.